everybody, Sanbonani Ninjani. Thank you so much for watching this video on Butterfly Moments with Mpumi. So guys, it's been a while again, and I really understand the fact that maybe someone that follows my page is feeling a bit frustrated because I take a bit of a while to actually upload my thoughts, but this is the best I can do for now because there's other things which I'm investing my energy towards, and they are as important. So when I've got the time, I'll actually share my thoughts, because even if it's just one person that actually relates with my thoughts, for me that actually means there was a reason why the message was burning in my heart. So on this video, I want to talk a bit about the investment of time, emotions, and energy in a relationship. Now, obviously, I think I've explained this on one of my videos to say when I describe a relationship, someone will automatically think that I'm just talking about a love affair or a marriage. I'm not even qualified to give such an advice, if you can see, but I am referring to all types of relationships that we actually find ourselves in as individuals. Now, for instance, I have quite a number of relationships that I am committed to as an individual. I've got a relationship with my son, I've got a relationship with my partner, I've got a relationship with my mother, I've got a relationship with my friends, I've got a relationship with my employer who pays the bills, I've got a relationship with my siblings. So those are different types of relationships which I have committed myself to. Or rather, some relationships you don't even need to commit, you are forced to commit to those relationships, like parenting and being a sibling and being a child. All these relationships are quite important, but I think most of us struggle, I still struggle most of the time to admit, to strike a fair balance between all these relationships so that none of them actually suffer in the process of me over investing in some of these relationships. Now, I mentioned the issue of the relationship with self before you commit to any other relationship, and this is where I'm taking this issue to say, if you are employed and you over invest to an employer. Now, personally, I love my job and I'm grateful for the fact that my employer gave me the opportunity. And there was a time where I invested all my time to actually doing well at work, being there, being overcommitted, to a point where the overcommitment was actually more than what the employer requires. So to a certain extent, I was thinking about it the other day, much as my job, thank God, is currently still safe, to say, if my employer were to decide one day, one of these days, and says, you know what, we are retrenching and we need to let everyone go, where would I invest all that energy that I'm investing towards my employer should such a situation occur? Because if there's nothing more to me than being an employee, then it means that that relationship actually matters more than all other relationships or all other things which should matter in my life. For instance, I've seen a situation where a child grows up bitter and angry at their parent because there was a certain level of over-investment towards being a child. Now, this child goes and you get into debt and you do all these things to please your parent because there's a certain need that you feel to invest financially, time, emotionally to that relationship. Don't get me wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with investing towards the relationship between you and your parent. But the bitterness comes in where then there's some sort of a disagreement in the future, or something happens, or you struggle, then you're not allowed to move back home while you built that house, then there's a certain level of bitterness to say, but I did all these things for you, mama, but now you can't return the favor. Does that not give a certain sign of overinvestment to say, instead of doing the portion that you could do without taking a strain for your parents, and then you invest some of that time, money, and energy towards building yourself, could have put you in a position where you don't find yourself bitter for over investing in that specific relationship. Now, I'm going to give you another example. You find a lot of people that have raised their children quite well. Obviously, there are a lot of good mothers, good fathers out there, but you'd find a person's life revolving so much around their children, to a point where they don't know life beyond just parenting, to a point where you over invade your child's space. Then your girl child is your best friend. You want to be there with them all the time. You can't allow them to go out there and make friends. You want them to go to the college at home because you feel like you would lose them if they go out and explore the world. Then when this child grows up to actually start their own family or have friends, then you've got a sense of bitterness, because you feel, oh, I invested all these years focusing all my energy towards parenting you. Now, suddenly, because you've grown, I am irrelevant. Does that not give a sort of sign of over-investment in a relationship? Now, I love my son with all my life. I love me too. I love the fact that I have dreams of my own. I love the fact that I also need to sit next to him sometimes and actually study or read a book or actually finalize some work that I need to do right in front of him while I give him kisses and he watches cartoons. And there's a time when I'll just sit with him and actually play with him. But what I'm saying is that I don't want to find myself one day in a position where I need to feel in a position where I actually feel bitter for over investing in parenting. Now, if you think about the relationship with a partner, for me, I actually also think that if you over-invest in a relationship, you overdo things to a point of your energy being too much for the next person. Now, don't get me wrong. If there's nothing else that you are investing your energy towards, for instance, if you are in a relationship with a man or another woman, and that relationship is everything to you, it's all that you invest your energy towards, then you are always the one calling, you are always the one texting. If the person does not text back, then you are angry. You always want to be sitting with them, cuddling and holding hands the whole time. Then there's nothing more to life than that relationship. So if that relationship does not work out, then it leaves you very bitter, because you're thinking, oh my God, I invested so much time. I did not pay any attention to my career. I did not pay attention to my finances because I was making sure that we've got money for dates. And isn't that a sign of overinvestment? Don't get me wrong. It's good to fall in love. It's good to have a great partner. It's good to spend almost all your time with your partner. But there should be a certain level of balance to say, beyond this relationship, I'm still Mpumi. I still have my dreams. I still have friends. I still have 1, 2, 3 things that I like to do beyond. Yes, I love you, but my life is beyond just this one relationship. So I was watching this video the other time by Creflo Dollar. I tried to look for it today, but I could not find it on YouTube. But he was talking about time investment, and I found it to be quite powerful. And I'd like to share it with you guys. The notes are all over the place, but he says time can be stolen. if you spend it with the wrong people. Time can be abused if you are not wise in how you spend your time. He says time can be lost if you spend your time on things that don't add value to your growth as an individual. And he spoke about this a lot to say, there's a time when you should know that this is a time for me to invest towards my growth as an individual. And that means it demands a certain level of unavailability and association with people that are going to be for your growth as an individual than people that just want to have a relationship with you but don't contribute towards your growth as an individual. He also spoke about the fact that time can be revalued. I loved this to say, even if you lose time, even if your time was previously abused, you can revalue that time. You can redeem that time by actually investing your energy wisely, by reading the right set of books, by associating with the right set of people, by actually making sure that you increase your level of productivity at the workplace, or you increase your level of energy, emotion, and availability in the relationships that actually matter and are important. And obviously, if you think about if we're revaluing time, then it means if there was a dream that you wanted to pursue as an individual and you know the fact that it's never too late, then you will still invest the time to actually pursue that dream so that you can still be an individual beyond the relationships that you find yourself in as an individual. Now, one last read from Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15 and 16. It says, "Be careful then how you will live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." I think it's important that each day is an opportunity for you to actually become a greater version of yourself. The best relationship that one can have is the relationship with themselves. The people that actually love you enough, the children that love you enough, the partner that loves you enough, the friends that love you enough, the employer that loves you enough will still value you. Basically, what I'm trying to communicate is that much as we've got different relationships that we find ourselves in as individuals, it's quite important to sit back and ask the question, is there still empumi beyond my relationship with the employer? Is there still empumi beyond my relationship with my partner? Is there still empumi beyond my relationship with my son? Is there still empumi who's an individual beyond my relationship with my friends? Is there still empumi beyond my relationship with my siblings? Is there still empumi beyond my relationship with my mother? Because if somehow there is no mpumi beyond a specific relationship, then there's a possibility that mpumi has overinvested in that specific relationship, and there's nothing more to life than that specific relationship. I think it can't be right. It's great to love. It's great to embrace relationships which add value to your life. It's great to actually feel a certain level of comfort knowing that there are people that love you as an individual. It's also very important that you are an individual beyond that relationship.